Okay, so this is I think it's a 93 Suzuki King Quad. It'll be a 300, about 280 cc or so. And it's got a problem. It wants to drag its front wheel. So we're going to take a look at it and see why. Let's see, choke. Get it into the garage and take a look at it. Alright, let's see what we can find in there. Breaker bar. Okay. They were plenty tight. Okay. What we got here? Because the question is it the brakes or is it up here? And that seems okay. It seems like it's turning decent. So I'm thinking it's the brakes. So there's brake shoes in here. It's a drum brake. So let's see what's in there. Alright, I'll be back when that's off. Alright, cotter pin and castle nut. Okay, cotter pin's out. And this is crescent wrench size. It's usually not real tight because you can't tighten it real tight. That's what the cotter pin is for. To keep this from turning. Okay, what do we got here? Keep that straight. Looks like a seal. Probably seals it from the water getting in. I'm thinking. Okay. That's probably not going to be easy to get off of there. Is it? Well, I think that's going to be a matter of whacking it off of there. Okay, it's definitely hard in here. Yeah, she's got some brake problems. How to get that off of there though? Alright, I got her off. I just kept working it like this. I had the pry bar on here and hitting it out, prying in here after a while. I got her eventually. So it doesn't appear like this. Like this is working. So when I hit the brake lever, it doesn't do anything. So it's probably stuck out. It ain't going back in. That would be my guess. Okay, so here's what I got going on here. The old brake cylinder was froze. I got it freed up, but there's a lot of rust and stuff coming out of it. So what I'm gonna do, I got a new one. I got 2 new ones. I figured if this was so rusty, it's gonna, if I don't flush the line, that the rust could be in the line, or at least in the other side. I don't want to screw this new cylinder up here. So I got 2 new ones. The part number of 54540-19B10. Genuine Suzuki part. So I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to flush all the brake fluid out of the system and then put new in. And I'll have to bleed it. So since I got this side pretty much done, I gotta tighten these bolts up yet for this. Get all the springs back on. And then really put her back together is really all that's left. So now I'll do the other side. Alright, let's see if we can get the lug nuts off here. If I remember right from the other side, it wasn't easy to get the wheel off. And it ain't working. Hey, that one came loose easily. That's surprising. The other one was not easy to get off the hub. Okay, that's the guy. Yeah, that one doesn't turn real freely. It wasn't locked up like the other side, but because you know, if I do your other side, not this side, this one will. Next week it'll be bad, or in a month, or in a year, whatever. Okay, is this one gonna come off better? I doubt it. Doing a little prying here. There's a seal there. You're gonna have to be careful. It seals the drum from getting stuff inside of it. It is coming though. there's a lot of brake dust in there. From the shoes. This one I think was sticking a little bit too. Should freewheel better than that. Look at this little guy, my little helper. You a helper tonight? Huh? You be careful there. I'm gonna go ahead and take this cylinder off because it's gonna be replaced anyway. So for that, I think it's 12 millimeter right here, and then you gotta get this fitting off too, right here. So I'll work on that. There's also an adjuster in here that can be off. Might need to be reset. You generally would reset it if you put new brake shoes in. Then you'd reset it. Should probably leave this bolt in here. There we go. She's loose. Probably gonna have some leakage going on here, I would think. Now I'm gonna pull this clip off here that holds the line on here. So that way I can just kind of take it out here, get it out of the way. Hopefully my head wasn't in the way. Yeah, she's doing a little bit of dripping, but not too bad. Take those two bolts out, and then this should be able to come out. I think I'm gonna take the springs off though, because there's pressure on the ends there. This one. Now she'll come out. Still stuck in this one a little bit. There it is. Yeah, this one's stuck too. So I'll clean her up a little bit and then I'll put the new one on, huh? Here's the adjuster right here. Adjust it for brake wear so it stays adjusted, so it doesn't have to push it way out. make sure it's off. Now when that pushes it out, it'll lock in here with these grooves. Right there. There is also a seal on this. It just seals so the water doesn't get in here. Those are sealed drums. So you got a seal here, which stayed on the outer drum. Right here, it's an O-ring. And then there's a seal on the outside of this. Right there. That seal's around here, then this seal's here. There's also a drain on the bottom. Right there. In case you get water in it or whatever. Mud. Alright, I'm trying this light here to give you more light. If I use the DeWalt one, it flickers in the video. Or at least it does when I'm in the editing part of it. I'm going to try this one that plugs in. So right now I got this off and I'm just putting a little bit of fluid in here and trying to get it to flush some of that old stuff out. It's mostly coming out of the other side, so I'll work on that side first. See, it's coming out of here more. I think it's going to be good because it already had the reservoir down. I had to put some more in. So I think I'll get this side put back on and then go from there. So, here goes. Okay, set the kneel on, because I don't like kneeling on concrete. Actually, a lot of pad left on these brakes. But these are OEM brake cylinders I got from Suzuki. And you can get aftermarket ones, I guess. Some of the Suzuki automobiles they made back in the day used almost the same ones. So you can get cheaper ones, but I think you can get, if you look online, you can get like Chinese made ones for, I don't know, 25 bucks for both of them. It's, I mean, they're next to nothing, but I didn't want to take the chance at having to redo it. I'm not saying the China ones are bad, but in other things, they don't last as long. I don't want to have to redo this in a year or so. So I'll get this hooked up here. Get this clean, as clean as I can get it. There it goes. Definitely don't want to strip it, that's for sure. Stripper is good. Strippers, yes. Stripping out bolts and nuts and threads, nope. Then not so good. This is the bleeder screw, which I'll be using. Okay, I'm gonna put that clip back on here. And the brake here, it holds that on. It holds the nice. The brake line Oh, nothing's ever easy, is it? Yeah, I wouldn't have had to take these nut off at all, actually. So if you're doing yours, you don't need to take this nut and cotter pin off, because that doesn't have to actually come off for this. Now I believe it to be on. Okay, now that that is on, I will tighten this up. This should be able to be tightened fully. Tighten these up. $10mm these are. These two and this, all 10. This is smaller, I think it's 8 for the bleeder screw. Alright, now that that's done, I will push out a little bit more fluid, because it's going to go into this brake. Push out more on this side and get it to come out more on this side. Yep, need some more. It might be too late too. Probably gonna get some air in there. .4 is what it is. Ah, dang it. I knew that bastard was gonna do that. Put it right on the shoe. Alright, let's see what this side's doing. I think it's might be expanding this side here. Yeah, I see the thing move there. Alright. So I'm gonna have to get these shoes in more. I think it's ready to put it back on, I think, the outside. Alright, I pushed the adjuster, kind of reset it. Now I'll see if I can get the drum on. The O-ring is on here and it's cleaned. I'll see if the pads are out too far. And I wouldn't be surprised if they are. Nothing ever works for me. Here, look at that, huh? Something actually go my way once. The seal, make sure it's fairly decent, and the nuts can go back on, because I said you didn't need You didn't actually need to take this off. I just like doing stuff that I don't need to. I like wasting time and stuff, you know. It's awesome. That goes there. This holds the boot on. I don't have to be super tight. Now I got some more. It almost felt like there was something stuck in there because I really pulled on it and it's like something let go. Kind of weird, but I got quite a bit out of here now, so I can put the cylinder on and hook her up. All right, I took this seal off of here, the old cylinder, and I'll put it on the new one. It's in pretty good shape, so otherwise if it's bad, you can replace it. Put that on here. And then get it past these shoes here. I have to get her to spread more. And get this thing pushed in. There we go. That's what I needed. There we go. There's the other one. Get this tightened up. Don't go nuts in the bolts because I don't really want to twist them off. Because then you got another job ahead of you and it's way bigger than the one that you're doing. Okay, now I'll put this spring back on here. And it goes like from here to there. So from here to here. And that pulls your shoes back in when you're not engaging the brake. All right. Time to hook this guy back up. Make sure she's clean. And help it take that plug out, huh? There's a rubber plug in there for protecting the threads and stuff. And make sure it starts straight. seem to want to. Now she's going. Put this clip back on. Back on here. And make sure it's pushed in all the way there. And then she'll go. There we go. Just holds that there. Now that O-ring goes right here. So clean that groove up. Right here. There's also O-rings on here, on the studs, to seal the drum from getting the water through here. Just so quiet in here. I need a radio, but I can't, because YouTube goes nuts. Your video has been flagged. Okay. So now, let's see if I can get the drum on. Kind of reset an adjuster here. Just kind of pry it open with a, see if it, when it goes out like that, it holds it there. That way you have instant break, so it holds it out where it should be. As it wears, it'll grab a tooth here. So to get it back in, just gonna pry it with a screwdriver. And it'll adjust itself once I start bleeding it and pumping it. Okay. So I need this O-ring cleaned up. If it's bad, obviously just put a new one on it. This one looks pretty good. I don't know how after, what is it? 30 years old. 93. Yeah, 30 years old. Get him back on. Tapping the brake dust out of there. Alright, let's see if we can get her. right. Lug nuts will tighten that up. Alrighty. Still gotta put the cotter pin in there and put the cap back on, but I ain't too worried about that. I want to get this sealed on there. Alright, pulling the stuff back on this side. Alright, I set her down. I'll get these lug nuts tight. You don't have to go nuts, for sure. Okay, I gotta tighten that up. They don't have to be super nuts either. Just get it tight and then find a hole. The hole this way and this way. Right now it's lined up. Everything's a hammer, right? Okay. Hubcap. Okay, that's on. Now all that should be left is bleeding.